It is Indiana in the morning. We're glad that you're with us this morning at 11 minutes after 9 o'clock. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. We appreciate that. And in the studio with us this morning is Michelle Barnhart, new executive director of the Open Door of Indiana County. And she has been in the job for, what'd you say, 6 months?
About 6 months now, yes.
Yeah. Our visit this morning presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. 6 months on the job, but this isn't your first go-round with Open Door. You've been there for quite a while.
I've been there for about 3 years now, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for folks who don't know, and I bet you there are people like this, don't know what Open Door is and what Open Door does.
So Open Door of Indiana has been here for 51 years in Indiana County. We're the only outpatient substance abuse and gambling abuse program in Indiana County. Mm-hmm. We also are in charge of all the crisis mental health services in the county. So anybody that has a mental health problem or a crisis can call us and we'll come to you, or you can come see us in the office.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We think for many, many years Vince Mercuri was there and did such a great job leading the agency. It is a big task, isn't it? There are a lot of folks who need your services, and there are a lot of people with the Open Door that are making good things happen.
Yeah, we have a really dedicated staff. The best thing about the Open Door is our longevity. We have a lot of staff that have been there a long time, since Vince has been there. And we're working with a lot of people every day, people that need our services.
Yeah. And Dr. Ralph May has been a big part of this all along.
Yeah, Dr. May is our vice president of our board, and also one of my mentors in life. I've worked with Dr. May for about 23 years now.
He's not a positive type person at all, is he?
No. he gets the work done.
He is amazingly positive about life, and you sit down, you talk with Dr. May, you realize what the possibilities are for your life, and for people who are in a specific need of a turnaround in their life, those who are caught in addiction, those who are suffering from mental health difficulties. You need people like that in your life, and that's what the Open Door is all about.
Right. Yeah, we are definitely dedicated to helping people recover and get better.
Mm-hmm. So how do people come to the Open Door? What's the typical way that you're able to offer services to them? Are they referred?
Yeah, so typically people are referred, but they can be self-referred as well. So you can enter services either way. You can give us a call at our office number, which we can give you, or you can walk in during our business hours, and we'll get you started.
Now, when you began, you said you mentioned two specific addictive behaviors that you address, but also the mental health difficulties that people encounter as well in life. The approach that you take for each of the different problems that comes your way, I'm sure there are commonalities, but each requires its own specific and individual approach, doesn't it?
Yes. So if you have a substance use disorder and you would like to come for services, we would get you set up with an assessment and a level of care assessment is what we call it. If you have a mental health crisis and you're at home and you feel like you need someone to talk to or work through it with you, you can give us a call as well. And so that would be a different approach. If you have a gambling disorder, March is Gambling Awareness Month. If you feel like you've been gambling a lot or spending a lot of money on, for instance, online gambling, sports betting, you could also give us a call and we will do a gambling assessment with you.
I'm guessing that with the way gambling has opened up now, the sports betting that you're able to do, just no matter what venue you seem to be, there's always, just a few buttons on your phone and you're able to gamble. I would guess that the need for services in that area has really greatly increased.
It has, and I think that there's still opportunity to help people in the future because I think sports gambling on your phone is so new that not a lot of people have run into a lot of financial hardship yet. I read a statistic this morning that 67% of college students gambled last year.
Wow.
In some of that sports betting.
Wow. And we know that it actually gets down into the high school level, too, even though technically they should be protected against that. by age limitations. Somehow they find their way around it. But it's everywhere. And when you have something that is that prevalent, you're going to run into some difficulties, some problems with it. When we think about that, though, and really with any addiction, it starts with recognition by the person who's going through it that there is a problem. And that's sometimes the most difficult part, isn't it?
Yeah, recognizing that you have a problem, especially when you're in the middle of an addiction, it's really hard to identify that you need to change something. And it seems daunting to get out.
Mm-hmm. Taking that first step.
Right.
Yeah. So when somebody comes to you, say it is a gambling addiction or some other addictive behavior that they're encountering, it requires a really special way in which to handle it. And so what will be the first steps that they go through when they come through your door?
So the first steps is we just ask a lot of questions about your life. So a level of care assessment just kind of goes over, what have you been through? What kind of family did you come from? What kind of relationships are you in now? Mm-hmm. What problems are you having? What has the substance use or the gambling disorder caused in your life? What problems has it caused? Mm-hmm. So it's really just connecting with a person on a broader level. That's the first session.
Yeah. People really need to be able to trust in your services, don't they? That giving up of their suspicious nature in order to get help from somebody. They have to really trust that you're there to help them.
Yes. A lot of individuals feel that we're just working alongside the law. But really, we want to see people recover and get better. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a big part of it. Talk about the mental health services that you're able to offer. Dr. May is so good to us. He comes and he visits with us often, talking about mental health struggles. The new mental health facility that will open at IRMC, I'm sure, is going to be something that you're able to refer to quite often and work with. That's a great service that is coming to our area. Open Door, though, has always been here for folks and will remain.
That's right. So we do have some tentative plans to also move over to the IRMC campus, the Crisis Mental Health Service. Mm-hmm. So our Crisis Mental Health Service is an urgent service. If you're experiencing any kind of mental health crisis, maybe you're feeling suicidal or you just are feeling down or hopeless, the crisis program is there to help. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So we are open all the time. For individuals to call in, the first contact can be a phone call, or we do have walk-in hours Monday, 7 days a week, actually, 8 to 4. We have walk-in hours. And those individuals are there. They're crisis-trained individuals. So they're there to support you and to get you to the next level of care.
Yeah, yeah. So you've been with Open Door for a number of years, but you've been around the community working with various agencies for even longer.
Yeah, so I worked at the Community Guidance Center for 19 years prior to working at the Open Door.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of the mental health services in town, and the Community Guidance Center is still one of our great partners to coordinate services with and make sure people get the services they need.
She's a pro, the Open Door, working to help people in the mental health and addiction circles all around Indiana County for a very, very long time. People want to learn more about you. People want to contact you for services. What should they do?
So you can visit our website. We have a great blog on the website as well, theopendoor.org. Or you can call us at 724-465-2605.
Michelle Barnhart, thank you so much for coming to visit with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. 21 minutes after 9 o'clock, Boomer Sports on the way in just a couple of moments. Want to get the health cycle in this morning, and we also this morning have our Money Matters report. We'll start with the health cycle. Sarah Lee Kessler has that. Actually, Scott Pringle is this morning's health beat person, and Lisa has the house call.